It's your boy, Skinny Kenny, aka the Crappie Done. I'm here today to actually show you all how I do my double rig jig. I actually got a fishing tournament tomorrow, so this is actually the rig I'm going to use tomorrow at our bragging rights tournament. So if I do catch some crappie tomorrow, I'll have another video out on how that day went tomorrow. I'm using some 8-pound test line by Cast King. I love Cast King. This is the only line I use. It's cheap and affordable. Maybe $4 or $5 on eBay for 150 yards. All of my rods and reels have Cast King, either 8 or 10-pound low viz line. I always use low viz. A lot of people use high viz. I have nothing against high viz. You can actually watch the line, you know, if something strikes it. But me, personally, I love low viz line. All of my line is low viz line, 8 or 10 pounds. This is actually 8-pound I have here. So this is how I do my double rig jig. Oh yeah, this jig right here, this plastic, is by Bonehead Tackle. The brush glider, if I'm not mistaken, it's called a brush glider. They make great jigs. When I tell you they make great jigs, they make great jigs. Brush gliders, stump bug. I mean, I love the brush glider. This is my favorite. Stump bug has been very successful with me. Also, they have a few more other jigs. Great company, great company. Like I said, when y'all get a chance, check out Bonehead Tackle. Go online and check them out. They have great jigs. I actually just did another order with them yesterday. So, like I said, I love their jigs. I love them. So this is how I do it. You just bring your line clean through, just a straight line, straight through your jig. I like to leave about 1.5 to 2 feet, 2 feet of line. Then I stop it, double the line up. So once I double the line up, I make a regular overhand knot. Just drop the jig down in the knot. And boom, we have our first knot. So the knot is right there. You see how much is hanging down. You'll pull it. I like to pull mine a little bit because I don't want that much hanging off of it. Okay, that's good enough right there. So once I do that, I make a second knot. Same way I did the first knot. But make sure you get that second knot, you pull it up over your first knot. So you pull it up over your first knot, and then you pull it down. Not too hard, because if you pull it down, the knot, your first knot is going to slide down. Just pull it down and let it meet that knot. Then I do it 2 more times. So it's basically 4 knots. So make sure every knot you do, though, you put it up over that knot. So I pull that down to meet. So that's 3 knots. And put that knot up over. Do like this in the 4th knot. You can tighten it then. You can tell it's tight. It's not going to move. So now you got double lines. After your knot, you have a double line that's holding your jig, so your jig can basically slide back and forth. I don't like, some people do like their jig to slide back and forth and they leave it like that, which is no problem. But me personally, what I do, I cut one side of the line right at the knot. I don't have a glove on for safety officers. My bad, I don't have a cutting glove on. Okay, so so now you just got a single line from your knot. I like for my line to be about 6 inches, 5 inches, something like that. So it have me enough where I can cut off, or if I make a mistake, I can redo it. So you just bring that around. Just do it a regular knot then. I just tie my top knot, my top jig on with a regular knot. Look at it, see how far I want my jig to hang down. I think that's good enough. Then I just do 4 of those, just 4 regular knots. Just like a regular knot that we learned back in, I don't know, preschool, elementary, something like that. Some of us maybe middle school or high school, I don't know. So, okay, like I said, I do 4 of these regular knots for my top jig. Pull it tight. Once you pull it tight, I just like to burn, I don't know why, but I like to burn my ends off so I can squeeze it together to make sure that the jig don't go anywhere. So we'll burn it off, just like that. That jig is secure. You know, you can slide your knot down to however you want your presentation of your jig. Once it hits the water, slide it like towards the middle, to the middle All right, my second jig I'm gonna tie on is, this is a jig head that I actually powder coat and paint. I powder coat and paint mostly all my jig heads myself. So we're gonna go with my favorite color of all times. My favorite color of all times is the black and chartreuse. I love black and chartreuse. I love black and chartreuse. I love black and chartreuse. It's made by Bobby Garland. It's a baby shad, 2-inch baby shad by Bobby Garland. I think it's called Lights Out, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what it is. Lights Out. Is it Lights Out? Yeah, I think it is Lights Out, if I'm not mistaken. The favorite color jig head, I actually got one of them already tied on my other rod and reel. I like orange. I like orange jig heads with the black and chartreuse. I don't know why that color it makes the crappie go crazy. I hope it make them go crazy tomorrow. But I'm actually gonna do just a regular black jig head on this one because I already got the other one with the orange and orange jig head with the black and chartreuse. So with my lower jig, my bottom jig, I like to use the polymer knot. I don't know if you can see me do this polymer knot, but I'm sure there's more videos on YouTube because that's how I learned about the polymer knot on YouTube. You can go on YouTube and see how to do the polymer knot. I love the polymer knot. I think someone said that that is what the bass fishermen use, polymer knots. I'm not sure if that's true or not, if that's a fact. I've never had any issue with the polymer knot. So this is how I do my polymer knot. You double it up. This is the end of my line right here. This is so you can see how much I have. And you double it up. So you double that up, double your line up. Put both ends through your jig head, through the eye of the jig head. You don't want to pull your line all the way through. Put it about halfway through. And you just make a regular knot. Overhand knot, I guess, is what it's called. I'm not sure. Just make a regular knot. You make a regular knot. So now you got 2 ends right here. You have 2 ends here, your regular line, and you have the end of your line all right here. And you got your other 2 ends right here. So you get your ends right here that's doubled up together. If I can open it up. You open it up and you just slide that over your jig. Slide that over your jig. Get your one end, pull it tight. Get your other end, pull it tight. You got both ends tight now, and that is your polymer knot. There you go. All right, guys. Like I said, tomorrow is my fishing tournament, my bragging rights tournament. So hopefully I get to catch some crappie, a whole lot of them. Hopefully at least one monster crappie. And I will have that video for you tomorrow if I catch some crappie while I have it Sunday. It takes kind of long to edit. Or I have it Sunday, but yeah, Sunday. But I'm going to be on my kayak tomorrow, kayak fishing along the banks, trying to find if they are all the way in the spun or they're staging for the spun or if they getting ready for the spun, like whatever. I just hope that they're shallow because I'm going to use the bobber method. So y'all have a blessed day. I'll see y'all next go round. Like I said, like, subscribe, comment. I love your comments. I love to comment back to you whenever you have a comment. Any questions, holler at me. Now, I can tell you what I know. Like I say, I know a lot of people know a lot about it. Crappie. I feel like I do also because I've done it my whole life. I'm 34 years old, and I'm sure about maybe 28, 27 years of it been crappie fishing. So, hey. All right, y'all have a good one. Holler at y'all next go round.